guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Reed's Volkswagen, Tampa, Florida, and guess what? We have the largest Volkswagen on the dealership lot. This is a 2020 Volkswagen Atlas. This one, though, has that special R-Line package, which really brings out the looks. But before we dive into this particular Atlas, let's talk about the history. Hasn't been around for many years, but the great news is packing that mid-size 3-row SUV versatility that so many people are wanting. Now, what's great about the Atlas is you're gonna get that bold, aggressive, muscular presence to it that I think a lot of other mid-size SUVs missed the mark, and especially with the R-Line package, really brings out the styling for a German SUV. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 Atlas and see, should you jump on one of these? Because guess what? 2021, there are some changes coming. Right off the bat, the styling on the R-Line, you're gonna have your R-Line badge. It's a little bit of a mixed feeling on the R-Line badging. I feel like they're watering down their brand a little bit, that whole R branding, but it does bring a lot of style to the overall aesthetics of this Atlas. Headlight housing, very large. I love all the intricate chrome interior pieces, full LED headlights, daytime running lamps, and turn signals. One thing that I think Volkswagen does so smartly is the way they integrate the chrome trim into the housing. Look at how the chrome trim from the grille goes into the actual housing. Very nice, super clean. You work your way down, you're gonna get some gloss black. Now, the R-Line package is gonna include a lot of this beautiful gloss black, extends just enough. You have your fog lamps down below, and this is a functional side air curtain with a little bit more chrome trim to kind of tie it all in together. We come across that massive Atlas grille. Volkswagen, this brand has been around since the 1930s, the people's car, still looking good. You got some flat black, the chrome, we work our way down. The gloss black goes all the way from one corner to the other. And then if we keep working our way down, you're gonna have that nice chrome trim added, little bit of gloss black on the interior, and then they finish it off with the color of the actual vehicle that you are taking a look at. Nice balance, very cohesive. Now, when we get up onto the hood, this particular color, this metallic gray, really shows the lines so nicely. And I think one of my favorite parts on the hood is look at how this portion goes towards the A-pillar, comes back around to the front. Something different, you know, there is the 2020 Atlas Cross Sport. It's a little bit smaller based off the same chassis, but it does not have the same style hood. And I really like the style hood on this Atlas. Now, when we come around the bend, look what we're working with wheel and tire setup. On the R-Line, you're gonna get these beautiful gun gray metallic metal finished wheels. Really has a nice look, that split spoke look. Behind it, very large ventilated rotors, and then just enough space in between the tire and the fender to give it a perfect look. That's a 20-inch wheel, so it's 255 on the width. 50 series sidewall is gonna give you a nice comfy ride. A little bit of that flat black around the fender treatment. I'm gonna zonk it. I think on the R-Line, it should be color matched. But what you do have is that beautiful body line. Now, as we go down the side, you do get some nice chrome treatment. Nothing too crazy, not looking like a vent. It's got the R-Line script here. Just balanced enough. Color matched on the mirror caps. Look at how slim and trim. That's like a coin slot on a Coke machine. That's how slim the LED turn signals are. Down below, I love the addition of the chrome down on that lower extent, especially because if you look at other trims, there's a lot of flat black, but this finish is really bringing out the overall balance of this Atlas. Now, you do have raised roof rails, color matched door handles, a little bit of chrome just along the bottom here. Doesn't need to be along top and bottom, looks great just along the bottom. And I think what the Atlas does, whether you're looking at this 3-row or the 2-row Cross Sport, the belt line, the way it goes into the rear fender, I just love this very strong, prominent line into the rear, and then it goes right into your tail lights. Now, when you get to the tail end of the business, here's the great news. V6 4Motion. So you're gonna have that all-wheel drive, gonna keep you planted. Little short, stubby roof spoiler. You got a nice gloss black shark antenna. We drop down, Volkswagen logo, that iconic logo, the Atlas badge. Look at how they integrate the chrome trim, even the way they bring it nicely into the taillights. We keep working our way down, a little bit more chrome trim, and then gloss black. Let's do the test. Fake exhaust. Fake exhaust on an R-Line. Make them functional. That's gonna be a zonk ×2. But the great news is you get full tow capability, and I do love the rear diffuser look, especially with the cover off. It gives it a nice sporty look from the back. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and check out that V6. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have a massive hood strut to hold up the hood. Underneath that is that V6 naturally aspirated engine. Remember, with the Atlas, you do have a choice between engines. This one, the 3.6 liter V6, 276 horsepower, 266 pound-feet of torque. It's all routed through an 8-speed automatic transmission, and power is going to the ground through 4Motion. That is Volkswagen's all-wheel drive setup. Of course, you could also get this front-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in about 7.3 seconds. This Atlas weighs around 4,400 pounds. MPGs, not really the greatest, 17 in the city, 23 on the highway, but the good news is maximum towing capability of 5,000 pounds. If you notice, look at how low the engine sits in the chassis. That's gonna help lower that center of gravity. And of course, with the 4Motion all-wheel drive system, you're gonna stay planted like somebody stuck glue all over those tires. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see how this Atlas stands out. All right, guys, we're inside this 2020 Volkswagen Atlas, the R-Line. How much is it? I know you're asking me. It looks so damn good. It's got the V6. You're looking at MSRP around $44,500. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, to the door panels, love the materials. I like the soft touch across the top, that nice metallic silver, and a little bit of faux wood trim. Looks very classy. The one thing that's gonna hurt is that armrest. It's as hard as a German rock. The great news is you got plenty of room there in that lower pocket area for plenty of storage. You could go to Jersey Mike's and get yourself some subs, maybe some Quiznos, maybe a Firehouse. Nice wet Firehouse sub, drop it in there. Dash, soft material, the stitch work. Look, Jimmy John's. You can put Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's just showed up. They're gonna load us up, load up this Atlas. The wood trim follows from the door to the dash. Really, really great the way everything integrates into the infotainment, and great news for everybody. It's not an iPad style. You have nice 8-inch infotainment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, nice easy swipe feature. You can get your climate controls. Look at that, look at the graphics. Look how clear that is. I'm gonna go ahead and put in reverse, show you the backup camera. You do have trajectory, actually fairly clear. Let's go through the drive modes as well. So I'll put it down into snow, jingle bells, Batman smells. Then you have, of course, normal. When you're feeling a little off-roadish, we could go into off-road, get mud all over this Atlas. The guy's bringing our Jimmy John's the wrong building. Over here, man, over here. Anyways, we'll worry about that later. You guys come first, not Jimmy John's. But those are your different drive modes. You have heated seats. You do have dual climate, but no ventilated seats. At almost $45,000, I would like ventilated seats. The knobs are a little bit on the cheaper side, so that's a zonk. But the good news is no gloss black. Large cubby, you can actually take your Snickers, your Paydays, your Twizzlers, whatever you got, stuff them in there, because you have 2 USBs, an aux jack, and a 12-volt, 2 cup holders. Here is your key fob. It's a little bland, to be honest with you, but when you flip it over, you do have remote start, and you can pop the hatch remotely, which is nice. There's your mode selector. This is going to be controlling that 8-speed automatic transmission. I like the nice bright silver start-stop button. Armrest is semi-soft. It's definitely softer than the armrest on the door, but the good news is it's nice and wide. So if you have somebody with a big fat elbow, you'll be okay. You'll have some room for your elbow. Open it up. You could easily put 2 softballs in there. So if you don't want to hold your balls in your hand, you can put your softballs in there. You got a USB, which is nice. Seats, the leather, it's soft, perforated. I love the contrast stitching. Now for the passenger, you do have manual seat controls. For the driver, I get electric assist, because I am the driver, I'm the boss. No sunroof, but I think the lighter headliner is a plus because it is quite dark in here. Coming over the business end, I want to show you behind the wheel of this Atlas. All right, guys, business time, behind the wheel. Here are your power seat controls, no memory setting. at $45,000 almost. I think that's a little bit of a zonk. But the great news is plenty of headroom. Steering wheel, I love what Volkswagen does. You have the updated Volkswagen logo, looks really clean. The R-Line badge, a little bit of gloss black, flat bottom, and then gauges. Check them out. Full analog, tach, speedometer, coolant, and fuel gauge. And then you have that nice digital display in the center, which allows you to toggle through a cornucopia of information. Visibility out the front looks awesome. I can't wait to take this for a drive. Let's check out the mid-row and see if your passengers are gonna love you because you bought an Atlas. All right, guys, mid-row time in the Atlas, and I'm telling you, they did a great job with the layout in here. If you look at the door, you do have the nice shades that you could easily raise from each door just to block out some sun or some weirdo, creepy people that are staring in the windows. But look at all the room. Like I said, 6 feet tall, got plenty of headroom. They wrapped the leather all the way around. You could put a book, you could put some crackers in there. Maybe not crackers, they'll get all turned into crumbs, but you could easily put a back scratcher in there. 2 rear AC vents. You got your AC controls nicely placed, and then check it out. USBs, and I know it's probably hard to see, but a home power source. Leg room galore. I did not move the driver's seat one bit. And then on top of that, watch this. Boom. We have a nice recline angle to the seats. Really, really great setup. And then, of course, to top it off, you do have a nice armrest. There's the cup holders. Now, I'm not going to zonk it because they give you a great amount of real estate to the back of the armrest here with the 2 cup holders. I'll put that back so nobody knows that we touched it. But let's go ahead, let's get to that 3rd row and see, is it spacious for a big person like me? All right, guys, time to get into that 3rd row. What's nice is they have a easy to reach lever right up top. The seat moves forward. Would be nice if it went a little bit more, but still pretty good amount of real estate to put your foot to climb on in. And once you're in, I could slide on over. Check it out. Plenty of leg room here, plenty of headroom. Remember that mid-row does have a sliding feature to it. So they recline, but they also slide back and forward. The only zonk is that there's no USB back here, no 12 volt. You do have rear AC, so thank you, Volkswagen, for not making that mistake. Lots of cubby areas for Skittles, M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, but as you can see, my knees are not in my mouth. I actually feel like I could sit back here for quite some time. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to that cargo area and see how much space you have for all the junk you're gonna put in your Atlas. All right, guys, rear cargo time. Real simple, you push the button, nice electric assist, getting into the back. You can see the room that we have with the 3rd row up. The good news is to put that 3rd row down, very simple. One side you lift and it drops down. You come over to the other side, lift, drops right down, super clean. Lots of little cubby areas. You do have a 12 volt for when you're going camping or kayaking or going for a hike somewhere. You could plug something in, maybe you got some electric shoes you need to charge up. Other than that, that mid-row is gonna fold down and you're looking at well over 60 cubic feet of space. And then at the end of the day, you push the button, drops down nicely. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this good looking Atlas R-Line for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2020 Atlas. This one with the V6. Great visibility right off the bat. That's the one thing you really realize in this Atlas is that even for a large vehicle, very easy to drive because of the awesome visibility. Now, out the back, you do have the headrests to take into consideration, but because the side mirrors are so efficient in the size of them and how they give you a view down the side of the vehicle, it really is a piece of cake to drive, even if you have not driven a larger SUV like this. In here, the interior, nice touches everywhere that you're putting your arms. I wish the armrests were a little bit softer. And at this price point, it would have been nice to have ventilated seats, but you do have that 8-inch infotainment system with the Apple CarPlay, with the Android Auto. And I think really what sells this one is, of course, that good looking R-Line package and the V6. I think if you're gonna go Atlas, rather than going the turbocharged 4, go the V6. I think you're gonna be happier overall. All right, guys, one thing you'll also notice when behind the wheel of one of these Atlas SUVs from Volkswagen is it's actually quite quiet in here and it rides super, super smooth. That really is going to pay big dividends, especially on those longer trips. Let's see how the acceleration is. I'm gonna slow down and then we're gonna get on the loud pedal and see how that 8-speed and V6 communicate with one another. So on throttle, drops down, and you're off and running. Super smooth shifts. With the V6, you're getting a decent sound in the cabin, and you have the power to be able to tow. Remember, 5,000 pounds, and if you're not towing, you could haul around everybody to the soccer games, to pick them up from the movies, to school, and it looks good. This R-Line package looks really, really nice on this Atlas. All right, guys, acceleration test once again on throttle. Drops down the 8-speed. Remember, you get a nice linear power delivery in this 2020 Atlas. That is all because of that naturally aspirated V6. You don't have to worry about a turbocharger building boost or anything like that. It is a little bit more instantaneous and very, very smooth, which is nice. Good feedback coming from the wheel. You don't have paddles, which for me, I don't see a point in having the paddles, but I know people who live, especially in areas of the world where there's a lot of elevation change, that allows you a little bit more flexibility, but you can use the shifter, which is really nice. I do have it in sport mode, which is really the setting that you're gonna see the most as you're driving down the road. But having the 8-inch infotainment system is a nice addition, and if you want it integrated, Volkswagen has it integrated for you. No iPad style screen. It would be nice at this price point to have a 12-inch TFT display, but still the analog gauges are very, very clear, easy to read, especially at a glance. I think at the end of the day, you're really gonna enjoy just how smooth driving this Atlas is. And I know there's some changes for 2021, but I think, why wait? You can get a good deal, and this is definitely a good looking 3-row German SUV. But we're gonna get back to Rees Volkswagen and wrap this up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Rees Volkswagen. Definitely got to thank Zadie, the rest of the crew, getting us access to this beautiful 2020 Atlas R-Line. I really think that it does bring a lot to the table, especially with V6 and all-wheel drive, and you're getting that really strong German styling that the Atlas really possesses super well. But if it's SUVs like these that you want to see on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ladies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Ladies Rise merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee. He's ready to eat his Jimmy John's. I know he ordered about 4 subs, so we'll get him fed. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.